Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, all right? Make sure you log it in and you remember to check out my good friends over at the Broken Table Podcast live on YouTube. These are some of my good friends. They have some of the best topics going on. They're talking about a lot of good things. And also, they like to put over the Prince Nana dance. Hey, I swerve and I drive. I swerve and I drive. Hey. Don't forget, tune in, log on to the Broken Tables Podcast live on YouTube, my friends.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Broken Tables Podcast. I'm your host, Jeffrey Vegas, here as always with our reigning, defending, Broken Predictions champion. How you doing tonight, Rome?
I'm doing pretty good.
Doing good, considering we got 3 hours of wrestling ahead of us.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, I find it kind of funny. Let's say what's up to chat here real quick. What's up, Red Dragon? I find it kind of funny that you and I were kind of like, oh man, 3 hours of wrestling, that's a lot. When there's a lot of people that look forward to that 3 hours of Monday Night Raw, and I just can't understand it.
I just think I think wrestling, I think when you do a big event, when wrestling pay-per-views happen, I can sit there and watch an 8-hour show no problem. But it regular TV 3 hours, it feels a little daunting. I'm sure it'll be a good show. I mean, obviously, go home for a pay-per-view, it's probably going to be a really good show. But can't lie that I am. I'm like, oh man, we sat down to do this, and I was like, oh, yeah, all right, here we go, 3 hours of live TV. I personally think that in terms of weekly episodes, 2 hours is the way to go.
Gotcha.
But tonight's a special night, so it makes.
We also got Queen Nat in the chat. Welcome. She says, I really hope Ronda's not the one signing at Full Gear. Nat, I can almost guarantee you that is not the case. The one at Full Gear looks to be Will Ospreay. I believe it was, what was the podcast today that it was was it Brandon Thurston, or I forget who revealed it, but somebody claims that it's Will Ospreay. And then somebody who I follow. What's that?
Andrew Zarian had heard it's Will Ospreay.
That's what I mean. Okay. Somebody that I have a very strong suspicion has a contact backstage on Twitter. They have never said something that I have found to be incorrect in the past year. And they are saying that Andrew Zarian is correct, that it is Will Ospreay. So I'm almost positive that's what we're going to be getting at Full Gear. It seems like we might be getting Ronda Rousey here tonight for Collision Nat. She is backstage tonight, along with Marina Shafir. So we'll see where that goes. Before we get into the Collision watch along party, whatever you want to call it, reactions, we're going to do our predictions real quick for the AEW Full Gear. And let's go ahead and go on over to fallscountanywhere.com. If you guys have not gone there already, please jump over to fallscountanywhere.com. Sign up. It's free. You don't have to do anything other than just put an email in. And you get to do prediction shows each week. And it is extremely fun to go up against almost 90 plus people in here. So the first match they have up here, Rome, is the pre-show tag team match. Ring of Honor Tag Team Championship. MJF and question mark versus the Guns, Austin and Colton Gunn. I am going to be predicting MJF and whoever his partner is, if he even has one, to be the winner. What about you there, Rome?
Well, I don't know if he's going to have a partner or not. I mean, that really depends.
Yeah.
So kind of hard to make a prediction on that. Honestly, I could see it going either way.
Okay, bearing in mind, you can change your picks on this website up until the moment the event starts. So if we see something along the lines of the show tonight that makes us want to change what we were thinking, I will be definitely going back over here to my picks and making changes if I see something tonight that makes me change my mind. So, feel free to change your picks at any time until the show starts.
Problem is, I'm lazy. No change. Trying to actually get on to the group. Isn't it like a group leaderboard on Falls Count Anywhere?
So there's no group one yet. They are in the works for making that. It was actually a suggestion by us, here on the podcast. We suggested to them to make some groups where we could have like the Broken Tables predictions group, and they are in the process of getting that done. They thought it was an amazing idea, and they had actually been contemplating something similar. So that should be coming in the future.
So it's just the Full Gear.
Yeah, you're just gonna go to the AEW Pick Central and then go to the Full Gear.
I see it. Okay. I mean, I think that MJF's story with the titles is that he's going to lose the titles. I don't think that he holds on to them forever, or very long. To be honest, I think this storyline is going to catch up to MJF one way or the other, and it'll probably lead to MJF losing his titles, his world title too, at some point.
Yeah.
I don't know if tonight's that night for the world, or tomorrow is that night for the world title. But I mean, thinking about it realistically, the Guns have made themselves known to be like a pretty popular tag team in terms of Tony Khan's booking. They're former AEW World Tag Team Champions. Like, I definitely think it's a viable option to have them beat MJF.
I actually do too. The moment you started making your argument, I was like, man, they're gonna beat him. And it's gonna be that where he's gonna feel so bad that he let his friend Adam Cole down,
Mm-hmm. Well, again, I think that that's the interesting thing, right? Where if Samoa Joe accepts the offer, like that could change or let me rephrase that. If MJF asks Samoa Joe to back him up in this match, that changes a lot of the question. But then the question becomes, will Joe said he would back him up. Joe didn't say he would help him win. Could that be an issue where Joe costs MJF the title?
That is absolutely possible. So we shall see. We'll move on here to the next match. The tag team match, Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson versus the Golden Jets, Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega. Is there anything scheduled tonight? I don't think there's anything supposed to be going on for this, but I do think I'm going to make my pick of the Golden Jets. I think it's going to continue the heel turn of the Bucks. Oh man, if the heel turn of the Bucks is continuing, then they're going to win, aren't they?
Not necessarily. I don't know. Again, there's a lot of interesting variables right now going on where it's like, I don't know where the Bucks are at in terms of are they going to get this tag title shot? Does the winner of tonight's or tomorrow's tag title match affect who you would pick for that? There's a lot of
I forgot that tag title stipulation is on the line where if the Bucks lose, they have to give up their automatic tag team championship match to them. So actually I'm going with the Bucks. I don't think they're losing that.
So that was where I was kind of going with this, where it's also it makes more sense that Kenny and Chris can't tag team it.
Yeah.
But see,
it's so weird.
It also would make a lot of sense in terms of the heel turn if Kenny and Chris can pick up a win again.
Ugh, you're right. I'm going with the Bucks. I'm sticking with it.
I think I'm going to go the Golden Jets, but just out of sheer either the Bucks are going to cheat to win and beat Kenny via a dirty move, or they're going to lose. The Bucks are not going to beat that team clean, and it's not going to be Jericho who takes the pin.
All right, trios match: Christian Cage, Luchasaurus, Nick Wayne versus Adam Copeland, Darby Allin, and Sting. As much as I believe Christian Cage and Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne are doing some of the best work right now, I can't see Sting and Adam Copeland losing a match together right now. Going with Adam Copeland, Darby Allin, and Sting.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right. The Texas Death Match: Hangman Adam Page versus Swerve Strickland. Oh man. As much as I think Swerve is winning in storyline of Adam Page going to a dark place and having a hard time coming back. I'm going with Hangman Adam Page to win this one.
I am too. I think as much as we look at Swerve Strickland and say like, oh, this is a guy that's going to win the world title next year, and it's definitely a possibility. Um, but I think right now, I think the storyline kind of leads Hangman going on that upward trajectory, where I think Hangman needs the win more than Swerve at this point. And I think Hangman Adam Page always shows up when it's a Texas Death Match, so I expect that to happen tomorrow. I expect that to be the match of the night, to be honest.
Yeah, I think Nat just hit the nail on the head though. The Bucks are gonna kick Kenny in the nuts. They foreshadowed it in that last match. That's a great observation, Nat. Great one. Next up, the 4-way tag team match. The Big Bill, Ricky Starks, champions versus FTR, the Kings of the Black Throne, and La Facción Ingobernables. That will be Dralistico and Arush. Damn. I gotta say, I can't see the Kings of the Black Throne not winning this, but there's so many good teams in here. Wow.
So I actually agree with you. I think I'm gonna pick Kings of the Black Throne. I just think you look at this match, you look at what the House of Black have done in recent weeks, and they've just kind of dismantled everybody on Collision. So
yeah,
I mean, based off the booking and the strength of the booking, you have to think that it's going to be the Kings of the Black Throne. I think LFI and FTR just kind of, oh, excuse me. I just think that those two teams are kind of here because of the House of. So
yeah,
to me, it just makes sense.
I agree.
Kings of the Black.
Remember, championship matches are worth 3 points instead of 2. Next up, we have another championship match, the 3-way dance for the AEW TBS Championship. Chris Statlander, Julia Hart, and Sky Blue, or Red Velvet. I guess they have Sky Blue and Red Velvet here, but it's more than likely going to be Sky Blue. So it's Statlander, Julia Hart, and, for now, we'll predict Sky Blue.
You're predicting Sky Blue?
Oh, no, I'm just saying as the one who's going to be the entrant. So I'm actually predicting Julia Hart finally picks up.
Wait, Sky Blue already made it to this match. We already know that Red Velvet's not in the
Maybe they haven't updated this yet. So we'll just say Sky Blue then.
Yeah, I mean, I'm picking Julia Hart here.
Yeah, so am I.
I mean, she's a star of that corner of the division right now. She's improved in almost every single way. Stat's great. I love Stat. She's one of my favorite, women's wrestlers. But I mean, You can't deny that Julia's on the rise here. And I think something that AEW sometimes doesn't do is that they're very reactive, which is great, but they're not always proactive. And I think that Julia is really starting to come into, I'm not going to say peak. She's still really young, but she's hitting a stride right now where it's like, man, I would definitely belt her up as quickly as possible.
Yep, I agree. Next up, another championship match, the AEW International Championship, Orange Cassidy versus Jon Moxley. I absolutely believe Orange Cassidy finally picks up this win over Jon Moxley here. How about you?
I agree.
Excellent. Another championship match, the AEW Women's World Championship, Hikaru Shida versus Toni Storm. I really think like Toni Storm with her character right now should win, but it's way too soon to take the title from Hikaru Shida again. I'm going to go with Shida to retain.
I think this is a real toss-up, but I think depending on if we see Mercedes Moné at Full Gear or depending on other little things, I think it makes sense for Shida to win.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely agree. All right, Collision is coming on right now. Let's try to fly through this. Another championship, MJF versus Jay White. I believe MJF will get his Triple B back.
Same.
Special bonus question. Who is under the mask? Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, Jack Perry, CM Punk, Britt Baker, Wardlow, David Finlay, Kenny Omega, Okada, Ibushi, Goldberg, Finn Balor, Randy Orton, not listed. Did you hear anybody that you think it is in there?
Well, I think a lot of those guys are very likely. I think the person who right now I have in mind, it's not on the list.
Person you have in mind is not on the list. All right, that selection is down there. I'm gonna go with the safe bet. I believe Adam Cole. You know, I think that's just a safe bet. It's not really going to be right, but it's probably the easy. You know, the one that makes the most sense at the moment.
It's gonna be Kyle O'Reilly.
Right? I wish. God, I wish for him to come back so bad.
I mean, that's not who I want it to be, but that's who it's probably.
All right. The rest are bonus questions. We'll get back to those on a commercial break.
I'm thinking that green suit, Shivani.
Tony
Look at that.
Schiavone with Christian Cage.
You're ahead of me.
No, I
Green
predicted it
suit.
because he said TNT champion. Where are you at?
He just said TNT champion.
Oh, wow. How am I so far ahead of you? All right, I know how to get behind you again here.
Christian Cage's thing is counting down. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and outworked everybody. Or worked everyone, not outworked.
Man, look, Nick Wayne looks really good in all black right there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm out of my green tea milkshake. No.
Ugh.
Oh, the nature boy will be there with Sting, they said.
Blech. Just threw up.
I like that Hunter Green suit Shivani's wearing. That's the color I want my Jeep.
It's a good green. It's a good suit.
Yeah. He's so used to getting kicked out of the ring. Sting's last match in Los Angeles. Oh, it is. Yeah. Oh no. I think he just threatened to murder Ric Flair.
I didn't hear it. I don't know what you're talking about.
We should make like a felony count or something.
Count
Count
on
how
Jeffrey
many times
Vegas
a
to be
felony happens on.
count on Jeffrey Vegas to be a fucking narc. Well, I regret you signing that contract. So which
He's
Adam?
so dude. He's the patriarch.
And tomorrow night, we're going to see whose career path served who better. Because I guarantee you this. And Beth, keep the girls up late. Keep Lyric and Ruby up late and bring them up really close to that television set. Because Adam, I guarantee you this. I am going to break your neck.
Fuck.
Dude. Oh my god.
Well, you see, as the TNT champion, it's pretty obvious that the powers that be obviously want me on the programming every second that I can. It doesn't matter who of the four I face tonight. The fact is, Tony, I can actually beat all four at the same time anyway.
Oh, did he just walk into?
Oh, I'm going to prove it. I'm going to prove it. And hey, just like my close personal friend James Harden said, after the four-way
Is he getting booed in LA?
things here in
Yeah, because James Harden sucks.
close personal friend James
Yeah, but he's just fat, dude. He said I need to get into shape.
system.
It's a load of bullshit.
I am the system.
Oh, I am the system. This man needs to be studied by every young wrestler on how to cut an incredible, believable heel promo. Like, study this man.
Yeah.
Cage backs up every word that he says. If I was Adam Copeland, I'd stay at home, roast some marshmallows.
Full Gear tomorrow night live on pay-per-view. Standing by right now, Lexi Nair with the World Tag Team Champions. What you got for us, Lexi?
All right, Lexi with the tag champs.
AEW Tag Team Champions, Big Bill, Ricky Starks. You guys have an announcement ahead of your four-way title match tomorrow.
First of all, Lexi, we are the BTTEIHNQ. That stands for the best tag team ever in history, no question.
Holy jeez.
And the fact of the matter is that Ricky or myself does not have to be pinned or submitted tomorrow to lose the AEW World Tag Team titles. So, Ricky went and spoke to Tony Khan.
I absolutely did, and Tony's a fair man, and he allowed me to choose a stipulation that was in my favor. And since Big Bill is the tallest guy here at AEW, I am selecting a ladder match. That's right.
Oh.
Ooh, it has become a ladder match. Let's go.
We're kind of the greatest.
Roosh and Dralistico in a ladder match. Where's Coog?
Jeff, be quiet. Ricky Starks is mocking Dax Hardwood, doing an impression of Dax Hardwood.
Why we are the greatest AEW tag team champions there is. Because when we walk out of LA,
Okay, now you can talk, Jeff. You ruined the impression.
Holy shit.
in style, and most importantly, we're walking out as the greatest tag team that you have ever seen.
Fellas, you can TTTTB.
What does that stand for?
To the bank.
Kelly, oh, god damn it. What does that mean? What do you mean, what does that mean? Oh, Kevin Kelly, stop it. I hate him.
Guarantee about Sting and those horrible words about Adam Copeland.
How do you have a
Dude,
wrestling
this
show?
Miro entrance. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, it's dope.
My audio is frozen. There we go. What the hell was that about? Dude, Miro just came through a Stargate, bro. That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, it's a shame Kevin Kelly made me lose brain cells, so I kind of lost the effect of the
That
very
was
cool.
so cool. I didn't even hear Kevin Kelly because my freaking audio
Well,
cut
lucky
out.
you.
But dude, that was awesome.
Miro's hot and flexible wife. You see Garcia here, the ultimate show of disrespect.
Yeah, it's Nat, especially with what Ricky Starks said, I got to pick the stipulation in my favor. That definitely is going to change my pick. Could you imagine Roosh and Dralistico champs right now?
I mean, it'd be cool. I don't know if they're gonna win it though.
But we still picked the Kings of the Black Throne, didn't we?
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
stick with
yeah.
that.
Making that a ladder match where Brody King's allowed to use a ladder to kill everyone? Okay. Oh, shit. Daniel Garcia.
He also referred to himself as a professional wrestler. Right. The meld of entertainment and great wrestling. That's where Garcia.
Oh, shit, I forgot he's facing Miro. R.I.P. Garcia.
It's splintered, and I think it's had an effect on a young man in a contract year, as he says, getting ready to take on Miro.
He's an awfully competent young man. Stephon Smith is a referee. It's great.
Oh, man. Miro's about to murder Daniel Garcia.
Night for this big 3-hour block leading up to our big event here tomorrow night in this same building Full Gear. How about Miro showing some quickness there, Nigel? Just a sidestep. Certainly Miro does have some experience in Muay Thai in his early training, but look at the strength of this man. That is going to be the difference factor in this match, questionably. Yeah, Kevin, I don't think going in to try to grab Miro is the right strategy. I mean, you would think you would hit stick and run, so to speak.
Well, yeah, Garcia, of course, has always taken a straightforward approach, but now getting wailed on in the corner, and Stephon Smith not doing any favors.
No, sir. Right now, as you know, 0 hour is coming up tomorrow night. 7 o'clock Eastern. The 0 hour starts at 7. 8 o'clock, the pay-per-view starts. The beginning of 2 solid hours of AEW action starting tonight, continuing tomorrow night in one of the great, as I said, arenas in the entire world, the Kia Forum.
Fans have been sending me screenshots on Twitter of they've already secured the pay-per-view, they've bought it, they're taking pictures of their screenshots.
Man. What the hell is Daniel Garcia supposed to do in a match like this? Like,
I would assume he was supposed to wrestle.
I'm just saying, like, you know, this is a heavyweight versus I don't even know what I'd put him in. Lightweight, I guess.
I mean, yeah.
Thank you very much. And then, of course, the big event is here tomorrow. We are so excited about being here and all the matches we have. And, of course, tonight, that 4-way match. And the winner of that will wrestle later on Rampage tonight. So someone's got to wrestle twice.
And twice within the span of, well, I guess what, a couple of hours?
Take a look at this. Oh, he's going to dance?
Miro taking
Let's go, Daniel.
A rare miscalculation from a former TNT.
Chop him down like a big ass tree.
At the bottom of your screen there, the participants. Miro comes in. Garcia got the foot up. Nicely done by Garcia. And now Garcia with some right hands.
looking forward to seeing Dax
Oh, that's a cool Acclaim shirt. Is that the one you've always had, or is that a new one?
tomorrow's 4
No, I've had this one.
Okay.
titles, but now it's going to be a ladder match.
And a crossbody is stopped by
Oh, that Uranagi, man.
very first break. Save
Did you see the video of that guy doing that in real life?
the action continues.
No.
This guy gets attacked by a dude with like a 12-inch freaking butcher knife, and the guy just dives at. He like, dude, it's crazy. He like ninjas the knife out of the way, and he grabs the guy in the Uranagi and just absolutely Samoa Joes him through the fucking earth, dude, and knocks him out.
Those with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most common side effects are injection site
And it literally looks like Samoa Joe doing it to someone. I was like, holy shit.
RSV.
All right, we do got a quick commercial. Let me go back and finish off a couple of predictions here. It's just a couple of the bonus questions. So
Oh,
the winner
damn
of
it,
Christian
it
Cage
didn't like-
Luchasaurus versus Adam Copeland. Do you think there's a pinfall, submission, count out, disqualification? How do you think that one ends?
Probably pinfall.
I'm thinking a pinfall as well, absolutely. All right, next up, winner of Hangman versus Swerve. Same thing, pinfall, submission, DQ.
What do you think?
Does Hangman... So his submission would be hanging him, I guess. But would we call that a TKO or would we call that a submission?
Depends on if he taps out.
Yeah. I'm going to go with submission. I think Swerve will tap. I don't think he'll go unconscious there.
Okay.
All right. Winner of the AEW TBS Championship. I do think Julia Hart will pick this up by submission by that... Damn, what does she call that? I forget what she calls that submission, but I'm going with submission from Julia Hart.
I think it'll be pinfall.
Okay.
Based off how I think the match will end.
Gotcha. Hikaru Shida, Tony Storm. I'm going pinfall.
Yep.
AEW World Championship. MJF versus Jay White. Ooh, that could very well be a submission as well, but I am going to go with pinfall for that one.
Probably the same.
All right. How many matches overall do not end in a pinfall? Over or under 1.5? So that would mean 2 submissions or non-pinfalls. I think we only get... Ooh, you know what? I'm going to go with the over 1.5. I think we'll get at least 2. Like submission or KO or something like that.
So if I think there's 2, I go under or over?
Over.
Yeah, go over them.
All right, let's go back to the show. Miro is got Daniel Garcia in a nice rest hold here. Oh, I can't. Didn't mean to do that. Whoopsie. Would the ladder match technically be counter in that one? I'm not sure what you mean on that one, Nat. Oh, you're right, Nat. It is like a last man standing thing, huh?
Yeah, that's...
Would the ladder match technically be counted out in that one? Or be counted in that one?
Honestly, I think that's a really bad question to have.
Oh, yeah. I don't think they had how the ladder match finishes, though, did they? No, because it can only... Oh, are they going to put the titles up in the air, or is it just a ladder match to the finish?
Jeff, what are you talking about? Ladder match.
They always put the titles up there?
Yes, Jeff.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
What are you
I
talking
don't know.
about?
I'm just confused because we're doing these picks right now.
Is this baby's first ladder match?
Did they do that one?
What you knew? You ever watched the ladder match?
I just confused myself because I'm thinking if they did that on the thing, I don't think they have that one as a question.
Well, no, I doubt they do. But they just
No, they don't.
just
Okay, that's why. I was just confused because of the...
All right, Grandpa, let's get you to bed.
Oh, it ain't that time yet. I still got a monster to down. Oh, I see what she's saying for the over or under 1.5 matches ending in pinfall. That's a great question. I would have to ask them. But technically you could. That's not a pinfall, so yeah, you probably just assume right away. Oh, we getting the Daniel dance. Daddy says no.
The ironic thing is that he's not wrong.
He's
Daniel
not
Garcia-
wrong.
That's the weird thing, is that, like, no, Garcia, you probably should be focusing on Miro. Like,
Yeah.
Bernard is not wrong.
He was helping you be a professional wrestler.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of a weird angle. It's like, I don't know if I like that, actually, because Garcia is, in fact, doing it at bad time.
The sharpshooter is on. Can he turn it into the Dragon Tamer? There it is. Oh, shit. Oh. 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 Oh, God. Miro's lips busted on the inside. Garcia's arms bleeding.
The Machka kick.
Oh, good night. Sweet. Goodbye, Garcia. Game over. He's already out. Man, is that the end of the Daniel Garcia dance, you think?
No,
Because
probably
you're
not.
right. You know, he tried to help him by getting him to not dance. Ooh, Andrade looks so sick in that gold suit. Oh my God.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. He's the second, Nat. Danielson's the first. All right. All right. I like that. CJ Perry negotiates for extra money for Andrade to be in the tournament. All right. Next question here is, how many championships will change hands? Do you think it's over 1.5 or under 1.5? I think we're predicting at least 2 to change hands, right? Yeah, I'm going over for sure. I think there's at least 2 going to change hands. This might be like a course correction pay-per-view. We might get a whole bunch of title changes. Let's see which tag team gets. Okay, they do still have that tag team thing up here as like who gets pinned, submitted, or takes a fall. So that would have to change to who climbs up to the top. I'm not going to pick this one. Who gets pinned, submits, or takes the fall in the championship match? You know, Julia Hart pinning Sky Blue doesn't sound horrible, but I still think it's going to be Statlander taking the pin. What do you think?
I agree.
Yeah. Who takes the pin in the Christian Cage Sting Adam Copeland? Nick Wayne taking a pin wouldn't sound horrible here, and Darby Allin, they're never afraid to let him take a pin. He's pretty much bulletproof. I'm gonna go with Nick Wayne. I think Nick Wayne takes the pin here.
I think Luchasaurus will.
Oh, that's a good pick too. That was my second choice. How many orange? Oh, let's go to the. How many orange punches does Orange Cassidy connect on Jon Moxley? Over 1.5 or under 1.5? So Moxley no-sold the one. I think he's gonna have to hit him with a minimum of 3 because there's been that new surge of everybody doing their finisher 3 times lately. Definitely gonna be at least minimum of 3.
Oh yeah, give me that over. Yeah.
How many one-winged angels does Kenny Omega connect on anybody? It's either 1 or none here, I get, basically. So over 1.5 or under 1/2. So it's, yeah, like I said, it's either 1 or none. I think Kenny does hit a one-winged angel on somebody at least.
Yeah.
Does MJF connect a kangaroo kick on anyone? Essentially, yes or no. I'm definitely going to go yes. He's landed that move in every match, the past 4, 5, or 6 matches.
Nope.
How many Blade Runners does Jay White hit on MJF? Over 1.5 or under, so 2 or less. I don't think he's gonna hit more than 1 on MJF. I'm gonna go with under 1.5. I think he hits 1 and MJF kicks out.
Yeah, I agree.
First match of the night, a singles match or a non-singles match? I'm going non-singles. Not
I
sure
think
why.
it's single.
Do we see Adam Cole in ring or live backstage?
No.
No, not even a video package, you don't think?
Well, they say live.
Well, yeah, but I mean, the video packages, I think, count for the backstage thing.
Why would that count?
You know what? I'm not sure, but
back-
I've gotten a lot of points for them by saying yes the last couple of weeks, so I think they have been counting. I guess it's live in ring or backstage. Backstage doesn't mean live.
Yeah, but being on a video package or being a video board, that doesn't count.
Yeah. I think it might on the website, though. I have been getting my points for it, so I'm going to go with yes. It's basically, do we see him at any point? Do we see Jack Perry at any point? This would be a good time for him to come back. How many months has it been? It feels like he's got a 3-month suspension. Has it been 90 days since the incident?
He's not suspended anymore. He's just awaiting a return.
Yeah. I don't think we see Jack Perry. I don't think it's time yet. I don't see any reason for him to show up unless he's the devil, so I'm going to go with no because I don't think he's the devil. Do we see CM Punk at any time? Oh, what's up, Japson? What up, Alex? How you doing, man? Do we see CM Punk at any time? I still got to say no on that, obviously. All right, and that is the last pick I'm saving. Goes back to the top. There was that. Turns into a. I still think the Kings of the Black Throne are winning. That doesn't change anything for me.
It logged me out.
Oh, you too long? Yeah.
Yes. It's not gonna save all my picks.
It might. That sucks.
The last time, I think I tried to do this last time and it didn't save them.
Yeah, you gotta hit that save button down there. When
Well,
I do
no,
it on the
it
computer,
had a lot.
it'll store everything until I hit save. Okay, it's the boys versus the Kings of the Black Throne. Yeah, RIP to the boys. Alex says CM Punk was my favorite back in 2009 and 10. He's been our favorite for a long time too, man. Long time. Alex might be my longest subscriber. He's been with me since the Twitch days back, like way back when. What, like 2014? Oh, oh, oh. You watching Collision, Alex? What a cheat. Oof. Annihilated him. Yeah, Alex, yeah. Yeah, back in the Overwatch days, man. That was actually a decent match. That wasn't like a complete squash, you know?
No, I think it was passable. It went long enough, and it was someone on the roster, so
Yeah.
I mean, it was fine.
How many people get power bombed into a ladder tomorrow by Brody King? Yeah, for real. Dear Lord. That promo by Stat was a million times better than the stuff she has done. That was great. Notice how she didn't seem like a high school chick on that one? That was awesome turnaround for her right there. Loved it. Let's go, Trent. He's breaking the rules. Trent Beretta. Oh shit, he's facing Brian Cage. The Swolverine, dude. I fucking love that. That's badass. I don't know if I've ever seen someone cut a hoodie into a tank top like that before. Commander! They sell hoodie tank tops now? Like, that does look like it was made that way. Oh, shit. Cero miedo. Ooh, 10 days of Black Friday on shopaew.com. Almost up to 50% off. Nice. Might have to go check that out. Is this like a 4-way dance?
It is, yes. So I guess SmackDown is pulling out the big guns tonight due to the head-to-head competition.
Oh yeah, what are the big guns?
Oh, Road Dogg is on commentary tonight. Triple Paul was like, we need the Road tonight.
Oh, so the winner faces Christian Cage tonight. God damn. Yeah. Imagining picking a fight with a guy like Brian Cage. Come on, Penta. Cero miedo, I guess, you know? Right now, that absolutely would have made me be like, okay, I get about 3 minutes of Road Dogg and I am out. Even though I'm already out, but. Holy shit. Did you see that?
What?
Commander? Did he going over the ropes?
Oh no, I missed someone just texted.
Dude, Penta springboarded him like 15 feet up in the air, and he just started spinning like a figure skater doing like a triple axel and landed on Brian Cage out there. That was insane. Ooh, Dax versus Rouge later. Commander was like, get the hell out of the way, dude. Streets of Cage. Do you see on his... I couldn't read that last time. It's like Streets of Rage. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
It's gotta hurt Commander's tailbone.
I don't know who took the worst of that.
No, it was definitely Commander.
Oh, God. That was a car accident right there. Jesus. There he is. What up, Coog? How about this match, Coog? Commander looking great tonight.
Damn, so
Are you serious,
Nat,
Nat? I'm sorry,
Nat,
what?
if you're still here, man, it is a rough day for the man that Jeffrey Vegas stands, Elon Musk. So far, Apple, IBM, Disney, Comcast, Lionsgate, Warner Brothers Discovery, Paramount, have all pulled their ads from Twitter.
And it's dead. He is killing it, as I said. I stand nobody but Tony Khan, bro. Maybe Ryan Gosling, but that's one I keep to myself.
I don't know, man. Definitely not.
You could go search Discord for 6 months minimum and will not find me saying one good thing about Elon Musk.
That's Jeff. That's just straight up not factual. I remember the conversations we've had, even if they weren't on the record. I know you like the guy. Like, it's fine. But look, like, here's the thing, Jeff. Think about it is, you look, you got to ride with your guys. Like, for example, right? Me, I'm a CM Punk guy, and you know what? I got to go down with the ship. It is what it is. I'm dying on that hill. Jeff, I'm asking, Jeff, is that you own it. You were an Elon stan. You are an Elon stan. You cannot agree with what he's done, but you can't just be like, well, I never liked that guy. You can't flip
I've
flop.
never said that I never liked the guy. I was a huge fan for a long time. He has absolutely changed the world with Tesla and electric vehicles and everything like that. But for the past 6 months, I haven't even mentioned the guy, basically.
Yeah, well, right, because you're in hiding. You're in disgrace. You're in exile right now. The Elon stans are in exile.
I'm no longer a fan. You know, I can stop being a fan. You know.
Well, I like how the whatchamacallit, the goalposts have been moved, because about 2 minutes ago you were like, I've never been a fan of the guy. You can't find anywhere where I said I'm a
I
fan
said
of
you
the
can
guy.
go back for the past 6 months and see I haven't said anything good about the guy.
Mm.
I never said I was never a fan. I've always been a fan of Tesla. Made me a lot of money back in the day. He claims he has a better idea for airplanes, but we'll see how that goes.
I would love to hear his idea just for the
I
sake
know,
of
right?
just for the sake of how fucking terrible it probably is.
Well, when it comes to like SpaceX, that shit does pretty well. So I would imagine he has some sort of a good idea that probably didn't come from him himself. Like SpaceX probably has a good idea for a new airplane, would make more sense.
Yeah, I guess.
It's probably just remember how they used to have that airplane that would go up really high and then come down where it wanted to land and it would shorten the trip? I don't know if you remember that.
Like a rocket?
No, so it was just an airplane that could go a lot higher in the atmosphere. And the theory is if you go straight up and then come straight down towards your destination, it cuts out a lot of the like just straight up flight time across the ocean. You kind of like let the Earth rotation do stuff under you and shit like that. And it worked for a while, but they were a really dangerous plane. It was like not worth it. I bet you they've perfected that sort of a technology with whatever, SpaceX has. But back to this match, Brian Cage, man. I'm absolutely shocked that this guy's never made his way to the E. I'm happy he's here, but isn't it shocking he's never made it over there? It seems like he's their like prototypical guy they would go after.
I mean, is it surprising? I don't know if it's surprising.
I'm just shocked I've never heard of them like going after him. He's been around for a long time.
And they go after everyone. They're trying to go after Japanese guys now. Did
Yeah.
you see all that today?
Yep, did.
That Nakamura is getting a push just so they could try to sign Okada, which is like, oh, okay, yeah, good luck with signing Kazuchika Okada. Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna work out real well.
Oh.
And then like the whole Dragon Lee is getting like a huge push because they're trying to show that Triple H is trying to raid Mexico and Japan.
Yeah.
And it's like the funniest thing because in the process of trying to show those talent, they missed the point. And like it's something about WWE in general that is just like really cringe. And I don't understand why people don't get more upset about it than they do. But like, why is it? And this is not a Vince McMahon thing exclusively because Triple H has done the same thing. Why is it that whenever WWE has like an ethnicity of any kind, of any nationality, Why is the idea always, hey, let's take all of these guys and girls, whether it be Japanese, Hispanic, black, whatever it is, and the idea is let's just put them in a faction.
Yeah.
Like, and that's always the idea, right? And it's like the sheep won't understand that is just as bad as not including these races, right? Like, and like look, in AEW there is some of that where like Alex Abrahantes is like the luchador guy. But like at the end of the day, like these luchadors are kind of their own wrestlers.
Wow.
They have oh, that's really nice. Like they're their own guys, you know what I mean? Like the luchadors are having their own matches. They're not all one faction.
Yeah, Nat, you could keep going, like the Hurt Business, like it keeps going.
Yeah. Or like even if you want to stay like
The
relevant,
New Day.
like Damage Control, it's like, oh, okay, well, so EO is the champion. Let's throw Asuka in there, and Kairi Sane, we're bringing her back, so throw her in there as well. And
Listen, that might have been cool in the moment for those girls to like get together, but it makes zero sense at all.
exactly, it makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
But
Like,
that's
why
what I'm
would
saying.
Asuka ever team up with Bailey and Damage Control?
Also, hell yeah, Trent Beretta, my guy.
Yeah, even the Bloodline.
Exactly, the Samoans, you throw them all together, and they've always done this. The company's always done this. You go back to like the Nation of
Trent with the
Domination.
win.
Like again, like the whole point of the Nation of Domination was like, yo, just throw all the black guys in.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay. Like, God forbid we let them have their own merits as professional wrestlers, because everyone in that group was great, you know. And it's just like, all right, well, just gonna throw them all into a group because they're black or they're Japanese.
Oh, Paul White, Captain Insano. R.I.P. Paul White, I guess. Yeah. I did it for The Rock. Benito. That's brutality. I'm jacked. That was a pretty good promo there from Hobbs.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, so I was meaning to ask you something. So last night I went to a Dirty Heads concert at Parks Casino, and it was pretty packed. I was actually kind of shocked. There was probably 30 people there wearing a black and gray flannel, like button-up shirt. And I was like, I own that exact flannel. Do you own one of those black and gray flannels?
No, I just don't own any flannel.
Okay.
I don't think it's really my style. Although I know Jackie has said that she would love for me to wear flannel.
Dude, I was like, I kept pointing it out to Jen. I was like, do you see all these people wearing this flannel? And it was just everywhere, just black and gray everywhere.
I used to have like a really nice maroon flannel, and I really liked it. I don't know what happened. But yeah. If I'm wearing something long sleeve, I want to wear a hoodie. I'm more of a hoodie.
Yeah. Nah, is BFAB really about to join the Hurt Business? Wait, is there even a Hurt Business anymore?
Jeff, how dare you? How could you never forget the GOAT that is Top Dollar?
Top Dollar's been released. He is now Bottom Dollar.
He's an all-time great high flyer.
It's
just fact. You don't have to. You don't look, man. People.
He wasn't part of the Hurt Business. Wait a minute.
Look, man. People doubted Jesus, so I'm not surprised that people are gonna doubt the GOAT Top Dollar.
Oh man.
So
I wish I might have to make the meme of him falling over the top rope stair. Oh man. What is happening on SmackDown that made you say that, Nat? So Bobby with the Street Profits, that's right. And BFAB had a secret conversation with Bobby a couple weeks ago. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. What are they going to do next? Bring up Lash Legend and have her join them too? Jesus. Crazy.
I'm guessing a squash match coming up with Wardlow.
Wardlow, some random Joe Schmo. Can't see who that is. Wait, is that? No, that can't be Ethan Page.
No, that's not Ethan Page. What are you talking about?
I just saw that really far away, zoomed in when they were coming back from commercial. I couldn't tell who it was at all. Oh God, have Bianca joined? Yeah, that makes sense. She's married to the Street Profit guy. Oh, rip this dude. One. Oh. Is he gonna swanton this dude? Holy shit, that guy was in the middle of the ring for that swanton. Holy crap. Is that as big a deal as I'm thinking it is?
What?
Wardlow's swanton bomb? The dude was in the middle of the ring.
I mean, it was cool, but...
Like, Jeff Hardy does it, the guy's, like, under his feet right in the corner. That
yeah, but
dude
Jeff Hardy's body is about to explode.
I know. That's just crazy how much distance he covered. Maybe it wasn't as impressive as I think it was,
he's
but
an
damn.
athletic guy. Yeah, for sure, but...
Yeah, he's done it a bunch of times. I think I've even seen him do the Wardlow in the wind, where he did like the whisper in the wind. He looked like Ra's al Ghul there walking up the ramp. That looks like Daniel Garcia's silhouette there.
Silhouette means nothing. We already know that.
I forgot to grab a water. Coog, be sure to go put your picks in for Falls Count Anywhere. We just did our picks at the beginning of the show for Full Gear.
Damn, no love for Big Bill?
Comes a Ricky.
Or it's just a match. Is Ricky wrestling?
I think so.
Yeah, I guess he's wrestling.
He's not in any ring gear. It's kind of odd.
Oh, or is he's going to be on commentary probably.
No, it said with Big Bill. Well, you
No,
might be
because
right.
Dak's wrestling Roosh.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But again, that's weird. Like, why would you introduce Ricky but not Big Bill if they're not wrestling?
That was weird. What the hell?
Lame as hell. Give Big Bill some flowers, man. What are we doing here?
Huh. Dax the Axe. Dax Hardwood.
Yeah, Jeff, you are in fact a perro.
A what?
A perro?
Okay. A dog.
I know what I said.
La Facción. Ingobernables. I actually hope that I'm wrong in my prediction of the Kings of the Black Throne. I hope Roosh wins. It's not a bad prediction, Nat. I could see it going that way. I definitely think the ladder match thing is going to work against them, though. Not going to tell you you're wrong, Nat. Definitely not. That collision stage setup is just superior in every way. I love it.
Yeah, I mean it's what the collision stage has been.
Yeah. That dude wearing a Matt Ryan jersey over there? Gross.
Where?
That number 7 guy in the red jersey, right in the corner.
I didn't see him. Oh, there he is. Yeah, it's weird.
I don't even care if it's Matt Ryan. I wouldn't wear a Falcons jersey.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like the Falcons color scheme. The red and black, I think, is a
Oh, yeah.
really sick looking color
I've
scheme.
always loved red and black. Yeah.
That was my high school colors.
The security guard guy's like, "Oh my god, this is awesome." Oh, I thought he was gonna do something. That was weird, Rush. Roosh. Black and gold is better. Yeah, that's good too.
Black and gold, mid as fuck.
Your high school was blue and gold.
My elementary school was blue and gold, and my middle school was too, actually. Now that's a hideous color scheme. Blue and yellow. Blech.
Yeah, I was actually just saying that the other day. I was watching some college team. They were blue and yellow, and I was like, "That is a horrible color combo."
Well, you know, the Eagles, before they were the Eagles, the football team before them was the Frankfurt Yellow Jacket,
Yeah,
and they wore this god awful blue and yellow.
wasn't it
Eagles
like
act-
powder blue and yellow?
Yeah, the Eagles actually brought it back for 1 year just for like shits and giggles. Terrible jersey.
Yeah. It like
Like,
hurts your eyes to look at it.
Like, yeah, I hated it. Blue and yellow is terrible.
Oh,
Green and gold. Green and gold, no one ever talks. Green and gold are great. That's
yeah.
way better than blue.
Did Roosh chop Dax Hardwood's chest open? No pasa nada, perros. Wait, you were the Trojans too, Nat? My high school was the Trojans. We were red, gold, and silver.
Yeah, we were the Vikings.
That's crazy. We were the Trojans too.
We were the Vikings, and our like school logo, legit like was just the Minnesota Vikings, red and black. Instead of
Ours
purple
was
and-
like the Trojan Man logo. It was just a Trojan helmet. I was like, are you kidding me? And sure enough, at every football game, there were Trojan balloons flying around. You were blue, gold, and white? Okay. Yeah, look at Dax's chest, dude. He's bleeding from his chest. Oh, God. All right, this one takes the cake of these commercials that I do not need to see. You weren't looking at the screen, but there was multiple instances of. Yeah, he just said it again. This does not need to be on television. If you have any of these things, your doctor will tell you about this medicine. Yo, look at that guy with the Ingo Bernables shirt freaking out because Roosh was standing next to him. Gold armor and blue skin. I think ours was like a red background, gold armor. The silver was just kind of an accent on the shoulders, I think. I don't know if silver was even a part of it now that I think about it.
Jeff, did you get the curly order I sent you today?
Yes, I did.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah, I tried to get it to you a few days in advance, and I sent it yesterday, and like it just didn't send. And I was texting someone else, I saw like under your name, it was like last message didn't send. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I got you.
Appreciate that.
It would do you no good.
Oh, Roosh almost dropped him, it looked like for a second there.
They are both very sweaty. Superplex. Man, I remember when I was a kid, the superplex was like the craziest thing in the world. Oh, oh my
Oh,
god.
Dax on the ropes. Roosh did not need to fall there. He was winning that.
Oh, oh, oh.
Why is Kevin Kelly just like, what is he doing? It's like Kevin Kelly, all right? Is he malfunctioning?
That was awesome. He's just like he looked like Biden having a malfunction for a second, dude. Oh shit. Well, considering I don't know if Dax has ever won a singles match, I'm gonna say Roosh is gonna win this one. Although we may not get a winner here actually, because they're both gonna be in that match tomorrow. I'm guessing Big Bill gets involved here or something. Standing over there menacingly. You should be. Yeah, Jose's going crazy. He's trying to act like Alex over there. Who does anybody know? Is Jose like a former wrestler? Like I've seen him get physical here and there, but he's kind of jacked. Has he ever like been an in-ring performer?
Probably. A lot of the managers do some wrestling at time to
Yeah.
time, believe it or not. Oh my god, can we get those energy drinks off the fucking announce table, please?
Oh, are they there now finally?
They're there.
He spit on Kevin Kelly. Here come the horns. Taking way too long, man. There it is. Spear. Yeah. DQ, no winner. Who this? Oh, FTR hair.
FTR Glock.
Gonna call him the honorary gun club member.
Two meaty men slapping meats.
Big Bill and Brody King staring each other down. Oh shit. Are they both grabbing a ladder? Yeah. I want to see him rip it apart. Oh, that was cool. Oh man. FTR hair trigger. I like it. I like it. I like that one. Oh, there's that douchebag Grillo. They got him as a security guard.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that guy.
Well, you know, friend of the Bucks. Have a job for life. Just stir the pot a little bit there.
Ooh, that guy just ate shit. Oh. All right. All right. That was fun. Here, I'm going to run and grab a water real quick. I will be right back.
Okay. It's that time of year again. Them Christmas commercials, all about it. Love Christmas. Cool. What Roosh did to Ricky, I'd do to Triple L. Hell yeah, man. Anyways, Nat, so since Jeff's not here, that dude is such an Elon stan. Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Get out of here.
Oh, man.
I feel like there's two different Elons.
No, there's not, Jeff. It's the same guy. I know you like Elon, so you're trying to like, oh, there's a clone. He's such a smart guy. He cloned himself, and the clone went rogue.
I like the
no,
guy
Jeff.
doing SpaceX and doing fucking Tesla. Anything
He didn't
outside of
even-
that, I'm like, bro.
But Jeff, he didn't even do those things. He just invested money in those companies and took the credit for it. He didn't actually do anything.
Yeah, yes, he did. Trust me. A company
Oh.
doesn't just evolve around someone like that, bro. Like,
When you get lucky and you invest money and you figure it out, like he's lucky that PayPal took off. Otherwise, he would have been a loser. He would have been absolute nobody.
sure, you could argue all that all you want.
I know it's your guy, it's your boy.
Like, so how would
Yeah,
I put
you are
this?
correct.
Like putting
That
together a Super Bowl winning sports team isn't an easy thing, right? So putting together a team that takes over the fucking world of electric cars, that's not an easy thing as well. So like that's just the
Pretty
way I
sure.
look at it. I'm not saying he's the mastermind of all the technology. Obviously he hired smarter people, but you
Pretty
got to
sure
be a
most of that
smart
team was
business
already in
owner at the same
place,
time.
and pretty sure that most of that team was already in place. I mean, they ended up kicking out the guys who actually started the.
Okay.
So
Like I said, I could care less, man. Electric cars make things better. It is what it is. Like I said, everything outside of that stuff, I'm just like, bro.
pretty bad.
Should have been on Rampage, whatever this is.
Yeah, see, this isn't funny. The Gen Z line made me chuckle. Other than that, that was lame as fuck.
Yeah, I actually just saw a meme today that was a picture of this dude's face drawn like a cartoon, and it said, "Everybody knows a guy that looks like this." Why does everybody want to look like Patrick Mahomes now? It's annoying.
Right, especially Patrick Mahomes. Hideous as fuck.
Dude, all these kids nowadays, like everywhere I go, just have that haircut, and I'm like, God.
It reminded me of like when OBJ was a big deal.
Yep.
Because a lot of the kids were like trying to do the OBJ look. I had a kid that worked for me, and his name was Rob, and he would go by OBJ Rob because he loved, and he had the same hairstyle and everything.
Oh,
And he'd be
that's
like, "Yo,
funny.
call me OBJ Rob." And I was like, "All right." I mean, you know,
You're like, sure, bro.
I was like, "Sure, yeah, whatever, makes you happy." But then it was weird because like he played football, right? So you would think like, oh, so he's gonna go out play like his idol, be a receiver. No,
Yeah.
he played linebacker. I was like, what? He had the build for a receiver too. I was always surprised.
All right, buddy, getting a match. I like it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
All right, Wheeler. His name was Tyree. What if it was Action Andretti, Nat? Dun dun dun. I don't know his real name, so
No.
Action Andretti.
Oh, I tell you.
That could be his real name for all I know. Oh, he's older? Okay. Really? He looks like he's like freaking 19.
I guess his real name is Tyler Reber.
Almost. As soon when I heard you say Ty, I was like, oh.
No, Tyler. He looks like a Tyler. I buy that.
Yeah, he does,
very
doesn't he?
believable. He looks a lot like a Tyler.
Oh, Andretti's from Philly? Okay.
Yes, Jeff. Slowpoke meme right here.
Call me
In the air.
slow. I don't pay attention to Andretti very much. He is
You don't
not
pay
one of
attention
my
to anything
favorites.
very much.
What's that?
Very.
He looks more like a Colin, Nat said.
Colin? I don't know about that.
Whoa.
Man, you're just gonna get it when Buddy catches him. Catches him at this point. Jeez.
Oh, shit. Dude, Matthews is so good. I have no idea how the Fed dropped Buddy Murphy. But yeah, he was Buddy Murphy. I have no idea. Like the dude can hang with Kenny Omega easily. It just boggles my mind that they would let him go.
Oh,
That would not have been a heat seeker, Shivani. Come on. Oh God. R.I.P. Wheeler Yuta. Did they really build Buddy up? I thought he was just like Seth Rollins' like weird follower.
no, yeah, they never built him up.
Yeah, I thought he was just like following Seth.
Yeah, no, they never built him up.
They did just drop him out of nowhere though. That was wild. Really? I mean, neither of us were watching at the time, so I guess we didn't see it. Yeah, Coog, I was talking about that earlier. That fight between Hangman and Swerve at Revolver was dope. It's helping AEW build ticket sales, in my opinion. So, the theory would be if people are willing to buy tickets for that indie show, and then we get AEW people showing up with storylines attached to AEW, maybe they'll buy AEW tickets when it comes around.
I mean, I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't think it really drives ticket sales. Maybe for the indie show, yeah. For the indie promotion, I think it does.
No, because the indie show already sold its tickets, not knowing, Hangman's showing up.
Yeah, but I mean, I think almost any wrestling fan at an indie show, if AEW is coming to town, you're probably going to.
I mean, maybe.
You think that there's a section of fan that goes to indie shows but doesn't go to like bigger company shows?
I think there's a section of indie fans that are WWE fans that probably don't go to AEW shows. Yeah.
I find that very
Why?
indie shows are the hardcores of the hardcore fan that I don't know. I just starkly disagree. I'm sure there's some people, but I don't think there's enough to drive ticket sales. I think it was awesome thing to do. Don't get me wrong. I loved it. I really loved it. Absolutely. But no, I don't think that they did it for that reason. I mean, I think that they did it to be. I think number one to be unpredictable. I mean, because Swerve probably took an indie booking,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, "Hey, yo, Hangman, come jump me at this event. It'll look great," and it did look great. It was awesome, and it's very beneficial for the indie promotion for Revolver because now people are gonna be like, "Oh wow, holy shit, Revolver!" They kind of worked with AEW on this. That's a big get for them to get a featured angle on their show. So it's great for Revolver. And I guess like what AEW benefits from it is that it helps the feud that they're telling.
I think it's all of the above. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I disagree with the thought that it's good that drives it. Ticket sales for AEW.
I'm
I
saying
just
that's an
start
added benefit. I'm not saying that that's like why they did
no,
it.
but I'm just saying I don't even think it's a benefit. I don't think
I
anyone at
disagree
that
with that then.
Revolver
So,
show.
well,
No,
I
I'm just
100%
giving
disagree with that.
I'm just giving my opinion. I don't think anyone at that Revolver show was like, wow, what a great angle. I wasn't gonna go to AEW, but now next time they come around, I definitely am. Like
You don't think
I
so?
just
You don't think anybody in that audience decided I'm going to an AEW show next time they come around after that?
I think anyone in that indie crowd had already decided like they either are going or aren't going. I don't think that anything would convince them otherwise. Like they already know the way that that crowd reacted. You already know that they're aware of Swerve and Hangman's history and their feud. So what? I don't know, Jeff. I mean, like, how many indie shows have you been to?
One?
Okay, so like, I'm not saying you've been to more than me or anything like that, but I can't fathom an indie fan, a fan of the independents, being like, oh man, yeah, I wasn't going to go to an AEW show, but now I just don't buy that. I don't think that's.
I would bet you money that happened last night. I would actually bet you money that it did. There's no way for us to figure that out. You know what I mean? But that's how confident I am in that.
I don't know. I think that's a wild
Like, how
thought,
could
Jack.
you not think that? Think about this. You just bought a ticket to Revolver because you're a fan of Revolver, right? You know Swerve's in AEW. That's cool. But you don't watch AEW. There had to be a fan there like that, right?
How do you figure that?
How could you figure there's not? That's insane. How could you not?
Look, Jeff, look, man. I'm gonna be completely real with you here, and it's something you need to understand. And I say this with absolute love because I love professional.
Yeah.
But professional wrestling is a very niche thing.
Yeah.
And what's even more niche than professional wrestling is going to indie wrestling. So
Yeah.
Jeff, you mean to tell me that you think that and like okay, maybe there's like someone brought a friend with them, like one person in the crowd. But you really think that somebody who was like, you know what, I'm gonna go to an indie professional wrestling show in a bingo hall, in a gymnasium. I'm gonna go to an indie wrestling show. Has like no inclination of AEW, the promotion that works with the indies. Like Jeff, I think you need to get real.
That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is
think-
the wrestling fan base is very divided right now with WWE and AEW. And both of them have fans that go to indie shows, right? I would definitely support an argument that more AEW fans go to indie shows, but there are still WWE fans that are going to indie shows. So what I'm saying is there is more than likely a fan there that usually goes to WWE shows, may have seen that and been like, I might buy tickets to AEW now.
So I'm going to push back with that with 2 points. Number one, I'm not saying that a WWE fan would not go to an indie show. What I am going to say, though, is that WWE fan is probably a fan of wrestling in general, like a Juhas type, right? Shout out to Juhas. He's going to be here on the stream tomorrow, actually. But, like, that fan is watching AEW. Like, if they're a WWE fan who's going to an indie, then that means that they don't have WWE rot brain, where it's like WWE is the only show in town. So is it possible that someone at an indie show likes WWE? Absolutely. But this notion that like it's a WWE fan who's never watched AEW, which means that they have to have that closed-mindedness. Like that closed-mindedness would stop them from going to the indie show, period.
No, I don't think it would. You're trying to say that WWE fans who don't like AEW don't go to indie shows?
That's exactly what I'm saying, yes.
I think that is completely wrong. No way.
How
There is
so?
no way that the indie shows are exclusive to AEW fans. No way.
So let me ask you this, Jeff. Why do the WWE fans who don't like AEW, like what is usually the reason? What's the number one
Plain and
reason?
simple, because they're part of the cult that doesn't like anything that's not WWE. Okay, anything mainstream, I see. Okay, yes, but anything mainstream that's not WWE, they hate. They don't care about the small stuff.
No, they don't. Not at all.
That's where their wrestlers come from. What do you mean? They used to love Ring of Honor till Tony bought it.
No, because they watch NXT. Don't you know? The WWE fans, they're just like, oh, NXT is where these guys appear the first time. Like, no.
See,
Jeff.
I'll even go with this. So, like, you said that they don't watch. So I'm actually going to argue that they do watch because the ratings show they do, but ticket sales are not showing that right now. So,
But again, like, you're missing the point too, because you're like, oh, well, they watched Ring of Honor. Didn't you just say that a couple seconds ago?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, like, that is not the fan we're talking about. You are misconstruing the point. If there is a fan that watches WWE and goes to indie shows, they watch AEW. Or they paid attention to AEW where they're watching. Like
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That doesn't mean they're buying tickets, is what I'm saying.
It doesn't. That
You
doesn't
know?
correlate. You're either going or you're not going. I don't think that does anything.
I mean, we'll just have to agree to disagree here because
I would love to meet Jeff. I need
you're
you
obviously
to, like,
advertising. Whether
Jeff,
you're trying to sell.
I need you to go and find these people. I need you to find me these WWE fans who hate all other wrestling but will go to an indie show. Like, I need you.
Okay.
I want to meet.
I'll look for one. I'm sure I can find one on Twitter. I bet it's no problem.
Fascinated by the concept.
I'm sure I can find somebody on Twitter.
Sure. Oh yeah, man. I go to indie shows. Just fuck AEW, right? Yeah. You made me miss this whole match because you're saying dumb stuff. God damn it, Jeff.
I mean, I could argue you were saying dumb stuff too. So all I said was they were trying to sell tickets by having Hangman show up with Swerve.
But it doesn't. How is it?
Imagine that, trying to sell tickets to your show.
Insane. Thank you. So I'm catching up in the chat because Jeff just fucking killed me for about 10 minutes. Nat says, I think WWE fans that are going to indie shows are also AEW fans. I don't think there are any WWE fans that are only WWE fans that go to indie shows. Thank you.
Huh?
That is like, Jeff is blowing me away right now.
That's not exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying those people don't necessarily buy tickets to AEW, and that would have helped.
No, that's not the case.
Yes, it is. I'm sorry. We could argue this all night, bro.
They're going.
It's called marketing.
If you're going to indie shows, you're going to AEW shows.
Listen, if they weren't trying to sell tickets, they were trying to sell pay-per-views. Like, either way, they're selling something there, or there's no reason for Hangman to show up there.
You're moving the goalposts again, Jeff. Yes, they're trying to sell a pay-per-view. Absolutely. That's why they do the angle.
Move my goalpost because you're unreasonable. We could even both be correct here. Like, it's not that big of an argument.
You're basically trying to claim that, like, unicorns are real, and you're saying I'm absurd. That I'm absurd for saying no, Jeff. I don't think unicorns are real.
I don't even want to talk about it. I'm fine. Sure, whatever. Moxley's on my screen.
Ridiculous. The most ridiculous thing.
He hits like a bitch. This match is going to be insane.
No, now I say moving the goalpost because Jeff had said originally it was about selling tickets. And then later on he was like, "Oh, well, no, it's about selling pay-per-view." Like, obviously they're trying to sell a pay-per-view. Oh god.
Where was this Revolver show?
I don't know, it's a great question. Probably somewhere on the West Coast, I'd imagine.
It still blows my mind that John Cena's on a commercial like every AEW show. Oh, damn. First thing I saw trying to find it is Billy Stark smashing Ronda Rousey on her head. Oh yeah, speaking of which, no Ronda yet.
That's what I'm talking about. But I don't think if everyone in that room wasn't going to buy the pay-per-view, and now they are, that it makes any difference to the bottom line. I also agree with that as well. Like, no, like that's Jeff. I'll even give you this, right? I'll even say that if this unicorn, this WWE indie fan who doesn't watch AEW, if they were like, "Oh, I'm going to check this out," that's like 10 tickets.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I get it.
I
but
don't agree. I still think you're wrong with all due respect. But like, you're not moving more than 10 tickets. Like, and that's even I can't even fathom going to an indie show and being like, "Hey, do you watch? No, you only watch WWE? That's all you watch? That's it? You're here. Oh,
I mean, we were at an AEW show where those kids were talking about like liking WWE more. Remember, like that one kid that tried to be like, "Oh, you guys are the problem," and I was just like, "What?"
But that's not the same thing as what you're saying. You're saying those kids were at an AEW event and a WWE
Yeah.
because they're fans of wrestling. They have incorrect opinions, but they're fans of wrestling. They go to all the shows. Like that's the fan that goes to an indie show. Again, it's like a Juhas. Juhas, man, he loves all wrestling, even bad wrestling, even dog shit bad wrestling.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping that she was just there as a friend for Marina. That'd be the best for everybody. Although Rhonda's been appearing at some indie shows. It's kind of crazy. Billy Starks. Was that a full match or did they just like have an interaction? It's just a gif of Billy Starks fucking suplexing Ronda on her head over and over. That's badass. Oh, it was her and Marina Shafir versus Athena and Billy Starks. Damn. Oh, Soraya's back. Okay. Is it right to say back? I feel like I haven't seen her in a while.
I guess I wouldn't say back. I don't know. I guess you could say back if you want.
Right, it's not like she was injured or anything.
I mean, it's not the most incorrect thing you've said today, so I'm okay with it.
Statlander, 173 days as TBS champion. Wait, has it really been that long?
It's been since May, so yeah.
They said she's had 15 defenses as well, and I'm like, really?
Yep.
Oh, she was on TV when Cool Hand sent the flowers. I didn't see her. How did I not see her? Yeah, this is kind of crazy. I've always wondered when the two women's champions would team up, and there's not really any story behind it.
I think they've teamed up once or twice already, actually.
I'm not sure.
I think they have. I think it might have been a trios, but they definitely teamed up.
Was this on Rampage, Nat? I'm not sure I watched it. Or somehow I completely missed a whole segment.
That's correct. I do remember that. Yeah. So Jeff, that is like it's still not the most incorrect thing you've said all day, but it is factual. She was in fact on TV last week. I do remember that segment.
Yeah, I just completely must have missed it.
Ooh, Buddy and Claudio for the 0 hour.
Ooh.
That's gonna be real good.
Wooing is a boomer term, Nigel. Whoa, that was crazy. Statlander with like a Olympic type, I don't even know what you call that, handstand twisting thingy. There's Julia. Oh, it was her first match back. Well, that was kind of cool. She did like a springboard from the middle of the ropes. We need a sky blue action figure. You've been here for a while now. I want a sky blue action figure. And Julia Hart. Put them in a package. Oh. Oh yeah, you met Red Velvet's first match back? Yeah.
I hope the surgeon go well.
Damn, Road Dogg, that wasn't funny.
Is he trying to be funny?
So I guess on SmackDown, Santos Escobar,
Yeah.
he said that he hopes Rey Mysterio's surgery doesn't go well and they have to amputate his leg. And like that's what he said. Like I just watched the clip. He's like, I hope the surgery doesn't go well and they have to amputate your leg. And like Road Dogg just starts chuckling. That's not funny. That's not funny at all. What do you mean? It's like I hope you lose a leg, bro. Hope you get hope you become an amputee.
Oh no, I think Coog would have laughed at that too, though.
Yeah, maybe. I don't think Coog would laugh at it. I think Coog would say serves you right. There's a difference in that.
Yo, I heard some town is building a freaking Rey Mysterio statue or something. I was like, no way that's real. I was like, WWE paid somebody.
I mean, Jeff, I'm sure there's people like, look, man,
Like his hometown.
I'm sure that there are people, right, who think that Rey Mysterio should have a statue like right outside of the indie show they go to. Now, they don't go to AEW shows. They just and you know those fans they also think that Rey Mysterio is the only lucha. You know, like they're just like, hey, you know, like I'm at this indie show. I don't watch anything else. We need a Rey Mysterio statue. I think those are the same people. Like the people that you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, probably
unicorns?
same people, huh?
Same,
Yeah.
same people.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the LWO storyline went from okay to dog shit immediately. Yeah. They can't help themselves. Yeah, Logan Paul being their US champion is just ridiculous.
Yeah, he said he was clapping cheeks while wearing the belt. I was like, okay.
That dude. Oh. Okay, Statlander. Yeah, Nat, you can just tell when a wrestler's been beaten down by the WWE system. Santos Escobar definitely has that look on his face when he's out there now. Yo, now that Ruby has dyed her hair black, she looks almost identical to my tattoo artist.
Mm.
The only difference would be my tattoo artist has like the gauges in her ear. They're larger than Coke cans. They're probably like 4 inches across. And change all her tattoos to Pokemon tattoos. Oh, nice. It's a good match.
Yeah, no, it has been.
Huh. He says I'm a lucha soldier, not a monster. All right. Fair enough, Coog. Yeah, that's what I thought, Nat. When I saw the clip, I was like, where did that come from? Katana to Saraya. See ya. Wait, why did Statlander take out Angelo Parker? Did Ruby like dive out of the way? I kind of blinked and it happened.
Yeah, I mean they're trying to win the match.
No, like Statlander, did she mean to take out Angelo Parker or did Ruby Soho dive out of the way?
Probably not.
It looked awesome either way. Oh, look at Nat. Sky Blue's makeup is spreading weight. Yeah, I don't think they're actually doing that on purpose. I think it's just the girl puts the makeup on and yeah. I just think the makeup artist didn't make it as big as she should have last episode. Ooh, I like this little interview setup.
Yeah.
Oh. That double clothesline was disgusting. Of the devil. Wow.
That was really good. That was a great promo.
That was a fast fucking 2 hours. I didn't even realize it was anywhere near 10 yet. Holy shit. Like, I didn't even realize that was the main event. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Rampage is live too, so this should be fucking fire. Let's go. Rampage time. Damn. I looked down and saw 10:01 and I was just like, what? Jericho joining the commentary table. So, do you see everybody talking about Jericho's injury at Dynamite? And I'm like, it wasn't an injury. He just got the hair singed off his arm. One of the fireworks like zipped right past his elbow.
That sounds like the kind of clickbait that I just don't pay any attention to. So no, I actually
he confirmed
I
it.
did not hear.
Somebody on Twitter said like, "Hey, did that firework hit you?" And he was like, "It did." And people were like trying to clickbait it with injury for Chris Jericho. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even see anything about that.
Like he just said it hit him. I didn't hear anything about like an injury, but people were trying to make videos for clickbait, like you were saying. It was like Jericho injured on Dynamite, and I was like, no, he wasn't. Shut up. Judas in my mind.
Oh, Jericho messed up. He didn't realize that the commentary table was down at the bottom of the ramp or down ringside.
Did he go up there and look confused?
Yeah. Trent pulling that double duty tonight.
I could have made another Biden joke there with Jericho. That was actually more suited to it.
I mean, it goes both ways, man. Goes both ways.
Oh man.
Trump's claim was claiming in the courts that he was president in 2021 in the White House.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not. I could care less about him.
Oh, I mean, fair is fair. They're both old men who need to go
they're
away.
both fucking
yeah,
beyond old.
They're both old men that need to go away, Jeff.
Go away, both of them, absolutely. I just think Biden's hilarious, dude. He's like a walking Saturday Night Live skit. Like they don't even need to make skits. He's his own skit right now.
See, I don't find it funny. It's kind of sad.
If you're gonna parade him out there, I'm gonna laugh. Like, you know what I mean?
No, I hear you. I hear you. It's just for me. I just don't find it's not a funny thing to. You know what I mean?
It actually is upsetting that that's what is running one of the biggest countries in the world.
Exactly, and that it's the same way I felt about the last time. It's like, okay, well, yes, you can crack jokes at our last two presidents, but like, man, it is not a good shape that the country's in for either of them.
Everybody for the past like 10 years has been a great example for term limits and age limits.
Yeah.
Like Mitch McConnell up there with his fucking operating system just rebooting mid-sentence. Just it's like, come on, dude.
It's cringe. So cringe. Like, and no offense, Jeff, because you're like 90 years old, so I don't want to say.
I know. I keep seeing this, and I'm like, man, is this shit gonna happen to me soon?
But it's like, man, millennials are just waiting for these old.
I'm like,
oh man. Did Nigel McGuinness just say that Christian Cage is doing for the TNT Championship what Dr. Dre did for headphones?
Yeah.
That is a great line. That is a really good line from Nigel.
People have been giving Dr. Dre mad credit lately for like reinventing headphones.
Yeah, right. But thank God we're on Rampage now. Kevin Kelly's gone. He's evaporated into thin air. It's incredible.
Okay, yeah, I am finally on board with you and not enjoying Kevin Kelly. I used to be able to ignore him, but lately some of the shit he says, I'm just like, dude.
It's just terrible. Away. He's just so bad.
You see that guy dressed as Hogan in the front? I didn't notice him earlier.
Yeah, he's been there for a while.
Like MJF put it so perfectly how I feel about Hogan. It's like, yeah, cool. He did stuff for the business. That's great. But there's a lot of guys that have done it. Now he's a racist and he's a douchebag. You know, it's like.
Right. No, I agree. That's my stance on Ric Flair too. Like, oh yeah, I mean, sure, he's done great business, made great money, huge draw in his day. Yeah. Great. He's still a sexist piece of garbage. Like who doesn't deserve to. He deserves to be thrown into a hole and never talked about again. But sure. Yeah, he drew money 30 years ago. Thank you. Yes, he did do that. That's fact. I still stand by my take. It's like, I don't think Ric Flair in his prime could hang in the wrestling world today. And I'm not saying that even in an AEW sense. I don't think Ric Flair in his prime could hang in WWE in any company. I don't think the guy could cut the mustard.
I don't know if I could agree with that one. He was pretty good.
I mean, he had some fired up promos, but like,
You got to remember when he wrestled, he was in the heyday of the Four Horsemen, and that's like, that's some people's Rushmore type stuff,
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not going to take away from the Horsemen, but it's like, I mean, that okay, so like he was part of a faction. The fact that like that's your go-to is like, well, he was part of one of the greatest factions of all time. Like, okay, that doesn't really speak to him as a singular unit, but okay, I can understand.
Yeah. What's up, Sergio? Did we see SmackDown? Nah, man. We've been watching AEW all night. We watched Collision, and now we're on to Rampage. Speaking of which, Sergio, I'd like to. Did you know Collision was on earlier, competing with SmackDown? I'm wondering if everybody knew. Now, I completely agree with Nat on the Hulk one. I don't think Hulk could hang in today's. I've never thought his wrestling was good.
So like, I'm not saying he was ever good, but I would argue that Hogan could probably hang in today's wrestling world in his prime better than Ric Flair could. Not because Ric Flair was, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm a little ahead of you, but Trent's about to take a real nasty bump onto some steps. Oof.
You must be a lot ahead of me. What the heck?
Am I? You're going to see it in a second. Right before they go to commercial.
Oh, that was cool. That looked awesome.
Yeah, he hit like the corner of the steps.
Yeah, it was on purpose though. You could see him. That was awesome. Wow.
Oh no, for sure it was on purpose. Still really cool, but
that was great.
Gnarly as hell. But no, I think Hulk Hogan could probably do better in today's wrestling landscape than Ric Flair. I think he's more suited to do one of those. Like Hogan would have been great in like those meaty men slapping meat kind of matches. People would love the hell out of Hogan doing that type of match.
He was just slow though for my taste. Like even as a kid, I was like, man, this guy's slow.
Well, he was more methodical.
Yeah. I did enjoy the hulking up thing when he would like just start hyping himself up.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. I think Hogan just had a better gimmick too.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't know. I don't think either of them could actually like hang in today's wrestling world.
I mean, if you're looking at AEW's roster, I'll agree with you. That roster is so stacked. I saw a dude on Twitter today just write out 12 guys that he thought should be in the that International Classic. And just seeing those 12 dudes written down, I was like, oh my God, this roster is insane.
But I would even go as far as to say in WWE, I could easily, I could sit down and like, if I looked at the roster, I could definitely pick like 12 to 15 guys who I would take over Ric.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the guy is, like, I think he's remembered because he came up in a time when being a world champion was like really important, really significant. Because it was like the territory days. He was the NWA champion. And he went from town to town, hitting all the towns, doing all that. And like, yeah, that's a very romantic part of pro wrestling's history is going from town to town, the territories and all that. But
and I'll probably help your argument here. Like, I don't think anybody remembers Flair for his matches. They remember him for his promos,
Yeah, well, I think it's not even that. Like, I think that like Ric Flair's best matches, like, well, is it because it was Flair or was it because who he worked with?
Yeah.
Because people always go like, oh man, him and Funk, him and Sting, and I'm like, well, me.
The only match that I remember for the match was his with Shawn Michaels. The "I'm sorry, I love you."
Yeah, like that's one that comes to mind for me. And I mean, granted, I'm younger, and I don't mean to take it. That's not a shot at you. It's just
yeah.
Actual like, Ric Flair. Like by the time I was like a cohesive wrestling fan with like understanding wrestling, he was already like in evolution.
Yeah, evolution time. Yeah.
Yeah, so like I get that I have a bias because like I definitely wasn't around for his heyday, But like, I don't know, when I like, I used to have like WWE Network, and even before then, like WWE 24/7 I had, and they would show all the old NWA shows, and I'd watch them, and like I would watch Ric Flair, and I was just like, I don't know, fine, I guess. My favorite thing that Ric Flair has ever done was when he like elbows his jack, because that always pops. It's
Oh
always
yeah,
really
when he would, yeah, that was some of
always
my
makes
favorite
me laugh.
stuff too. Yep.
Like always makes me laugh. But like outside of that, like I don't think I've ever really cared about anything Ric Flair's done significantly. I mean,
No, I'll agree
I,
with that. Evolution was pretty much the only thing. Yeah.
like I'll upset a lot of people when I say this, but I'll say it anyway. I would take the Miz over Ric Flair.
Oh God.
Yeah, I said it.
I just hate that dude too much.
So yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of the guy, but I'll give him credit. Like I definitely think Miz is better than Ric Flair. You don't have to agree. That's fine, Jeff. I understand that that's going to upset some people.
Yeah. There's a guy in a Ric Flair costume out there.
Now Flair has the blessing of iconic look to him, which I'll give him that. Like he's got
Yeah.
the robe, he's got the woo. You know, back then it was kind of cool to be a rapist, I guess. So like, I don't know, that was before my time. But like, you know, people used to love it. Like, oh yeah, Ric Flair, that gosh darn Ric Flair goes from town to town, sleeps with all the women. What a cool guy.
I mean, the
But,
70s Playboy, yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm not even gonna say it in like a condemning it way. I'm just gonna say like that's not something I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. I don't care.
Yeah.
You're going to town, like having sex with all the girls. Like I don't care. Good for you, I guess. I mean, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah.
I'm looking for
People
that.
still do it to this day, you know. Men and
I'm looking
women
for
do
that
to this day.
emotional connection.
You know?
That's what I'm. Enjoy all the stuff that goes with it. Absolutely.
This Christian match with Trent is awesome.
Dude, Trent's a star, man. I love Trent. He's so great. I would honestly put Trent in the Continental Classic.
I'm
really
loving
think
his gear. It feels like, if I'm wrong, I feel like it's a Mayan carvings, but I can't really tell.
Yeah, kinda.
No idea what it is. Count faster, Mike Posey, you dope. What a Barbenheimer. What? Jericho just called Mike Posey a Barbenheimer. Now, I think that's from the movie Barbie and Oppenheimer coming out in the same weekend. How does that make any sense in the context of calling a person a Barbenheimer?
It absolutely makes no sense. I don't know what Jericho's doing, to be honest.
That was weird. I don't know if they would ever break up the best friends.
No, I don't think so.
It feels like their New Day a little bit, you know?
Yeah, I don't think they should ever break up the best friends.
I mean, if anything, like Orange Cassidy would just kind of drift away from them, but not really break up. But I don't think Trent would ever turn on Chuck. Like maybe if Chuck was retiring or something.
Yeah, best friends should never break up. I don't think they should ever break up.
No.
But doesn't mean Trent can't go do a singles thing.
Oh, God. Christian tried to murder Trent. That's felony number 2 on the night.
Yeah. I think Nigel McGuinness is currently clapping.
They were temporarily broken up. Like, yeah, I mean, sort of, but everybody still came out with the New Day song. It was just kind of like they were just separated. And you could even tell as an E fan, you were like, this makes no sense, but okay.
Wait, so on SmackDown tonight, so Grayson Waller won tonight, right?
Against who?
I don't know, but Fightful is saying that it was his first singles win on the main roster. This dude's been on the main roster for like a year and a half. Right?
Yeah, he just does shows like The Miz, though. He does like the Grayson Waller effect show.
Yeah, but like he doesn't like he hasn't won a singles match to this point.
I'm not even sure he's been in a singles match to this point. Probably has, but you know.
Nat, because I know Nat probably knows better than I. Well, I know she knows better than when did Grayson Waller come up to the main roster?
I feel
For
like
the
it
fact-
wasn't that long ago. Maybe like 6 months.
No, it's been more than 6 months. I remember when Bray passed away, I watched that one SmackDown, and he wrestled on that SmackDown. That was like 6 months ago. So he was definitely like already established.
Chief Wahoo McDaniel? Where was he from?
NWA.
Sergio says AEW is better, right? Well, yeah, we think so, but yeah, we think so. Is that hat from Hyrule Warriors? Or is that like
No.
is it just kind of like trying to be a baseball team for Hyrule?
Yeah, it's trying to be a baseball team for
That's
Hyrule.
cool.
Hyrule, and then it's got like kind of like the pinstripe, like a
Yeah,
blue
yeah.
pinstripe. Yeah.
Edge pinned him on his debut match, July 7th.
Of what year?
I guess this year. Not even 6 months then, huh? 5.
No, there's no way. Really? I feel like
Yeah.
I've heard this guy's name forever.
I feel like they brought him to the main roster for an episode or two, but they didn't actually move him there until July. Maybe something like that.
Oh, okay. That Taco Bell commercial's got the new Green Day song.
Yeah, new Green Day song was actually pretty good. I heard it on the radio yesterday.
Which one did you hear? The American Dream's Killing Me or Look Ma No Brains?
The American Dream is killing me.
Yo, that's really good. I got tickets for their show. I can't wait.
Nice.
Yo.
Yeah, Bray died in late August is when Bray passed away. So yeah, your timing's just a little blurry.
Yeah, well, I don't watch WWE.
No, yeah.
That checks out. It checks out. Again, I fully admit that I have no idea.
Yeah. And I mean, speaking of which, with Bray, now that we're on the subject, I always hate to promote their shop, but the proceeds are going to his 4 children. They put out a really cool collection of Bray Wyatt merchandise, and all the proceeds. Well, I can't say all because they didn't really specify. They just said the proceeds are going to his 4 kids. So I don't know how much of it's going to them. I would hope it's all of it, but it's a pretty decent collection for Bray Wyatt. Some shirts and all kinds of stuff. That's crazy, man. I didn't realize he had 2 kids from his previous marriage and 2 kids with JoJo. Yeah, 4 kids. That's oof.
Yeah.
Yo, I need that big ass pillow. The moon pod. I think it looks like it'd be good on my back. Anybody remember that store in the mall called Lovesack? You remember that? It was the gigantic beanbags that were meant to be beds. They made bed-sized beanbags.
No.
Oh, dude. Yeah, a buddy of mine has one down in his basement still. I went over the other day, and I was like, holy shit, I haven't seen one of these in years. Okay, so he's had 4 singles matches. He lost to Jey Uso, Rey Mysterio, LA Knight, and Cameron Grimes. Wait, that's 5. Still, though. Kook says Wahoo was everywhere in the territory days. NWA, AWA, Georgia, Houston. Got you. Oh, he beat Cameron? Was that tonight? Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I stole their friend Kenny. He beat Cameron in under 3 minutes? Why would they squash Cameron to that fuckface? What? Dude, I thought with Vince gone, they would at least realize Cameron Grimes should get a small push. My lord.
Well, that's shame on you, Jeff. Shame on
My
you.
fucking lord. Who is Ice Spice? Is Ice Spice like a female rapper? I feel like I've heard that name.
Isn't she one of the Spice Girls?
No.
No, I don't know. I'm not gonna
But
lie.
that
I
guy's
don't.
got like a Stone Cold Steve Austin shirt on, and on the skull it says Ice Spice. What the hell is that?
She's a rapper. She's an American rapper from the Bronx.
I bet she's wonderful.
Her Wikipedia says that she embarked on her musical career in 2021. She is a newer artist.
Yeah. I knew I had heard the name. Dude, I love Emi Sakura when she throws her gear at the security guard. Reminds me of Biggie would always throw his gear at whoever that guy is. I can't even remember his name. Tony Storm has arrived. Queen Nat with the Wikipedia. Ice Spice is a young female rapper.
I went to Wikipedia too.
It was like, yeah. Well, I was just thinking the way she typed it out, it was kind of like, hey, Google, who is Ice Spice? Ice Spice is a young female rapper.
That's fun.
Luther's been training in Butler School for many years for this. I'm upset that we haven't gotten any Tony Storm and Juice Robinson like promos at home together, just goofing around. I need more. Stop crushing my dreams, Nat. That's horrible. Why'd they even bring him to the main roster? That makes no sense. Triple L, what are you doing?
That's another one of your boys, right? You love Triple Paul, Elon.
I can actually truthfully say he has never been one of my favorites. In Evolution, he was like my most hated heel in wrestling during the Evolution days.
Well, I mean, I don't blame you. Kind of like low key did a storyline where he was racist against Booker T and he won the match.
Yeah.
Crazy. No one ever talks about that. Why does no one ever talk? Well, some people talk about it, but a lot of people don't. That drives me insane.
Because
This
they don't
man really.
they
This
don't
man
remember
really.
that.
Paul Levesque legitimately did a promo, for the go home show of a WrestleMania 19. He did a promo saying, "People like you with your nappy hair." Clearly being, you know what he's saying, unless you're stupid. You know what he's doing. And then he wins the match? What?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Insane. Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
It still boggles my mind that he married Vince's daughter. Like,
I mean, it was a well played game of chess for sure for him.
Yeah.
Well played move.
that's a nice way to put it. Okay.
I mean, I from a business standpoint, very smart thing for him to do, no doubt. He set himself up forever because if he hadn't, he would have just been one of those guys who just like his career ended and he drifted off into mediocrity.
I agree.
But instead, he gets to run the creative for the company.
Dude, that Emi Sakura freaking crossbody splash up against the stairs, that always looks so good. Dude, this new Wonka movie actually looks freaking awesome. Have you seen these previews?
I don't really care for it. I don't know why. It's like I just don't have any interest in seeing another Willy Wonka. And
You
I
know,
say another as in like they make them all the time, but it's really like it's only like the third adaptation like
yeah.
ever.
But when I first saw this, I was kind of like feeling the same thing. But then seeing what they're doing of like how he learned all the magic and all that stuff, I actually really interested in that. And it doesn't look like they're gonna go in a goofy way like the Michael Jackson one, or
Jackson.
the Johnny Depp one. He based his character on Michael Jackson. That's why I said that. But it doesn't feel like they're gonna go into a weird gimmick like that. So I think I want to see that one. Yeah, Emi's amazing. I love Emi Sakura. And I will absolutely give you the flip flop on that one, man. I flip flopped like a motherfucker on Emi Sakura. I don't want to say just roll my eyes, but every time I saw Emi, I'd be like, oh, Jesus. And I have completely flipped on that.
Well, at least you got it right eventually.
You know, once you like learn who someone is and how like important they are to the division, like certain things kind of, I don't know. Like when I first saw her, I didn't know she was the trainer to all these other girls, and I didn't know she's basically doing in-ring training a lot of the times, and you know, gave me a lot of respect for her.
Yeah.
Man. Are you familiar at all with Cameron Grimes' room?
Not really.
His finisher is a you know the coup de grace stomp like Finn Balor's off the top ropes where he just or the swerve stomp off the top ropes. He does that, but just from a standstill in the ring. He throws you up against the ropes and then he jumps up in the air and does a stomp. And he actually gets high enough to where his feet go up on your shoulders and chest. It's really fucking cool. I didn't think you could tell me anything that happened on SmackDown would legitimately upset me, but that, yeah.
Well, then I guess we're even. I've upset you. You've upset me. We're even.
How dare you? I love it. For real, Coog, is Triple H booking the Marvel movies? I actually feel bad for some of those Marvel movies. Like, they have a target audience, and, you know, I hope those people go watch the movies and enjoy them. It's just, I think that they thought everybody was going to want to go watch and enjoy, and, you know, it's just not the case.
Well, everyone did want to enjoy them, and then they just became not enjoyable.
Yeah.
They just keep making bad decision after bad decision.
But I mean, like, they're making a new, like, I don't know what it's going to be called, but it's like an all-female Avengers. And I'm like, that's awesome. I know there's a target audience for that. You know what I mean? But you just can't expect all Marvel fans to want to go see it. It's just not how it is. You know?
Again, I think that I think that Marvel fans want to see Marvel in general. I think a lot of people, the casual fan, also just want more Marvel.
Yeah.
But the problem is that they've really dropped the ball in some key areas post Endgame that has really driven down interest. I just think they've been dropping the ball. Like I think you could do all these things that they want to do, but like for example, right? She-Hulk. I think She-Hulk was like the first literally every episode except for the last one. I thought that show was a great show. Really liked it. I don't think everybody did. I really enjoyed it.
And like I was saying, there was definitely an audience for that, and that audience enjoyed it, but they expected the audience to be a lot bigger than it turned out to be, you know?
Again, I don't even think it's that. I just think that like it's just bad decision driving people away bit by bit.
Yeah.
Like I think that anybody would like we've seen Marvel hit the peak with Endgame, and I don't think that I'm sure there's some people, absolutely, that like were like, okay, I'm done with Marvel. I've seen the end of this. Oh, I like how the camera cuts to black mid match. That was really cool. That was really cool. But like She-Hulk was a good show that had a lot going for it, and then like the last episode is one of the worst pieces of television I've ever seen in my
Oh
entire
man.
life. Do you know how it ends?
No.
Okay, so like to keep, I don't want to ramble, but they basically make the whole show pointless. Like,
Oh.
so they're leading up to this point where they have like people steal like She-Hulk's blood because they're trying to get like a new Hulk, and like all this stuff's going on. And the last episode, it basically seems like She-Hulk can't win. Like there's no way she can win. So She-Hulk, she jumps out of the TV show onto Disney Plus, out of Disney Plus into the real world, talks to a robot named Kevin Feige, and basically changes the entire story of the show, and then that's canon.
What? She like came
Yes.
out of the TV?
Yeah, like she went into real Disney and like talked to the writers of the show. And it changes the whole show. Like all the bad guys, like none of the entire show basically didn't happen. It's like, oh, that guy actually did not get her. And
Eddie Kingston versus Jay Lethal on 0 Hour. Yes.
Good. You're ahead of me now, but it's okay.
How?
I don't know.
That's wild. Yeah, I think we
it's
definitely
fine.
get different commercials, I think.
Yeah, I'm not complaining about it. It's fine.
Eddie wearing a Go Ace shirt. Tanahashi. I didn't even see Jeff Jarrett back there in the shadows. I was looking at Paul McCartney. David Bowie. What up, monkey?
So anyway, yeah. So She-Hulk's terrible. Like that show ended so terrible. Like I can't blame fans for being like, "What is this garbage?"
That's
and just
a
like
bad ending. Oh my god.
it's a really bad ending, Jeff. Like I said, like I stand by it. Like I'm not a big like TV guy for the record, but like regardless of that, it is absolutely the worst piece of television I probably have ever watched in my life. I was like, so this whole show that you've done means nothing because at the last second you rewrote the entire show in the show, and like I like fourth wall breaking. Like I love Deadpool, but like it's just not the same.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Just like if you were a fan of the first and second Thor movie, the third one is just like completely doesn't fit with those other two movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I would almost say that it's a little bit better off that way. I do think Taika Waititi did a great job.
Yeah, it was just a little like trying too hard to be goofy. The first two were a little more serious, but
well, it's because the first two were the lowest rate, like the lowest. They were the least successful movies, so they were trying to do something different.
Yeah,
which I understand, and I do think that Ragnarok is a really good sweet spot for the Thor movie, where it's like the first two are very like serious, and I think Love and Thunder gets a little. I don't know if it, because I think that movie's good, too, but I think Ragnarok was a really perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, all the stuff going wrong with Marvel is, it's just a product of their them just not paying attention. Like you know what was really annoying to me? So they're trying to. There was a news story that came out yesterday that said that Pedro Pascal is going to play Reed Richards, and I was like, what happened to John Krasinski? Like why like that was a home run cast, right? And a lot of people think
Yeah.
that. And so like my thought process is like you messed up no matter what your thought process was. Because either A, you like it doesn't even make sense. Like either A, you casted John Krasinski with no guarantee that he was going to come back, and you can't get him, so now you have to recast. That's stupid. Or B, you had this idea to introduce this iconic character with the intention of recasting him. And I just think both
Yeah.
thought processes are stupid.
And I hate to say it, but you could even say the same thing right now about Disney, man. A lot of these Disney films are getting tanked too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm like more so thinking about Marvel because I think Star Wars is actually on the up and up right now from where they've been like the last decade. That's just me though.
They just signed a new director that everybody is not happy with, or something like that. Saw a lot of stuff today.
No, for what? For what? What project?
I'd have to go back and find the tweet, but people were like, "Oh, that's it. That's the end of Star Wars," because they just put some guy in as like the lead or something.
No, The Last Jedi was the low point of Star Wars. But everything since that trilogy ended, everything that Star Wars has been great. And anyone that tells you otherwise, they're just wrong.
Oh, Coog mentioned Blade. I'm a massive Blade fan. It's one of the first memories that I can remember going to the theaters with my friends as a kid, and we saw Blade 1, and I like left that theater my mind blown at how amazing it was. I think casting wise, that dude, absolutely, I think they dropped the ball. It should have been who's the guy that plays Creed in the new Creed movies? Is that Michael Jai White? Michael B. Jordan. Dude, he would play Blade so good.
I agree with that casting actually. But but you heard about what happened with the Blade movie, right?
No.
So that movie was in I almost use like a gaming term of saying development hell. But like there were like so many rewrites of the script. Like apparently they wrote the script, they changed the script, and it was like not Blade at all. And like Blade wasn't even going to be like the main character, but they had to rewrite the script because people were like, "What the hell is this garbage?" So they rewrote like again Marvel across the board. It's not an issue with like the broad ideas. It's the execution of the ideas where Marvel is dropping the ball.
Agreed.
But it's like they had to rewrite Blade because they really screwed up the script.
Yeah. Like the idea behind this Marvels movie was great, but yeah, they did not execute this Marvels movie very well.
And like Jonathan Majors is like an issue right now where they don't know if they're gonna move away from him, but they don't know if it's the right move to move away from him or not because he's not convicted yet. So like they're trying to like hang in there and see what happens. It's just a bunch of bad choices that they've made leading into this, and like now they're gonna bring back all the old heroes, which like as a fan, I'm definitely all for it. You know what I mean? Where it's like absolutely, I want to see the OG Avengers come back for another movie. But is that what's best for the MCU's future? Like probably not. But I'll still enjoy the hell out of it.
All right, we got Roderick Strong versus Action Andretti. Yeah, I was a massive Blade fan. I think Triple H was even in the third one. No,
he was.
Second.
Yeah, he had a
the
role
second
in the
one.
third. Was it? I don't know. He was in one of them. That was when he tried to launch a very unsuccessful acting career.
Yeah. Blade suplexed him in the fucking.
He was in that one movie where it was
It was the third one.
He was in that one movie where he was like a chaperone.
I don't think I saw that one.
No, that was terrible. That was a really bad movie. I saw that. It was not good.
You think Wesley Snipes can still go, Coog? I thought he was in prison for tax evasion or something. He might have got out by now. Or I don't even know if he actually went, but I know he had like $8 million in tax evasion. Something like that. And I think it was from the Blade movies, actually. He didn't pay the taxes or something. And I'll definitely say, of all like the American martial arts actors, Wesley Snipes had my favorite style of martial arts. The Blade movies with Wesley Snipes are some of my favorite martial arts ever done. Oh, did he just accidentally actually plaster Andretti? Oof. He's out? Okay.
Thanks, Jericho.
How is the atomic drop not a low blow? I've always wondered, like, how is that considered not a low blow? Is that just like a kayfabe wrestling thing?
Well, it's because technically the knee goes for your vertebrae.
Like your tailbone type?
Tailbone,
Okay.
yeah, sorry, your tailbone.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why I said
Well,
yeah.
that's the bottom of your spine. I picked up what you were putting down.
Yeah. At least that was always my thought process, is that your knee is hitting like the bottom of the spine.
Yeah.
Tailbone. No, the one that always has like baffled me is like the leg drop when you're holding their leg. It's like, how is that not a DQ?
Yeah.
You're literally kicking them in the balls.
The scissor me timbers.
Well, like I'll even give them that one. That one more so looks like they're going. You could argue that they're going for the hamstring.
Yeah.
But like for like when Jeff Hardy would do it, like his legs are just landing right on the family joint.
Yep.
Like there's nothing to the imagination.
Damn, Rampage is almost over already too. This flew by tonight.
I think it's because we've been having some good discussion too.
Yeah.
But it has been a really strong episode in terms of wrestling. So that's been good.
So don't get any ideas, Tony.
Looking at it for what?
Making a 3-hour show.
Oh yeah, no, this I don't know. That would be really rough on a weekly basis.
Listen, like if Warner asked him, we want a 3-hour show. We think you guys are good enough for it. I'll be like, okay, Warner asked for it, but you know,
Well,
I'm not out here asking for it myself. I'll put it that way.
I would say at that point you got to sunset either Rampage or Collision.
I would imagine that's what would happen.
I would be like, okay, well, if you're gonna do a 3-hour show and a 2-hour show, I don't need a 1-hour show to go with that.
Absolutely not.
That's too much. 6 hours a week. That's a lot for weekly. And that's assuming that you just watch AEW.
Wait, did I just realize they're trying to push vaccines for cancer now? Like, that's a thing? The hell?
Well, vaccines have always been a thing.
For cancer, though?
I mean, I think aren't we at a point with cancer where they're just trying a bunch of different like technology, like they're just experimenting and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, by all means. I never realized that that's what that commercial was for.
Oh, was it? I'm kind of watching picture in picture actually.
Like I kept seeing like what it said all these different cancers, but then it said a vaccine for, and I was like, oh, okay. Kook says Vikingo did a reverse springboard crucifix bomb last night. Just insane. Yeah. Kook, I didn't see Ring of Honor. How was the Renegades match? Mama Renegade was pretty proud on Twitter there, so must have been a good match. Although she's always proud. Yo, did you see what Dorby Allen tweeted in my response?
No, I didn't see
So
it.
he said, legitimate question, where is Jade Cargill? He's like, the WWE made sure to show off their brand new toy week after week, and now where is she? And I was like, they realized Danielson taught her how to be a real wrestler. Now she has to go back to the PC Center for a couple months.
Mm. Is this the main event?
I mean, it's almost 10:50.
I think they said that. Well, they had sit-down interviews with Jay White and MJF advertised, so maybe they're going to end the show with the two sit-down interviews.
We ended Collision with MJF sitting down as well, didn't we?
Yeah, but they said that Renee Paquette was going to sit down with MJF.
Yeah.
Thought they.
No, I like the idea of MJF closing both shows tonight. And I'm going to be completely honest. So I'm not a fan of Action Andretti, and I've never really watched Roderick Strong wrestle too much. I'm not impressed here. You know, I'm glad this was on Rampage.
Yeah, maybe it's also because it's like at the tail end of a 3-hour wrestling show, and I worked this morning, so I'm getting a little tired. But
yeah,
I'm kind of with you on it. It's fine. I don't have an issue with it.
No, yeah.
I think Roddy's a good wrestler. I don't really have a problem with Roddy or Action for that matter. It's just I don't know. It's not
I
really
just wonder if I was
clicking for me.
expecting more, maybe.
This is a work. I'm going to assume this is a work.
Oh,
This has got to be a work. The way the Kingdom are freaking out. It's a work.
yeah. They definitely like fucked up the move though, but they may have fucked it up on purpose to make this a work.
That was definitely scary. I was like,
Yeah, they were going for a Spanish fly, and it did not. There was nothing Spanish about it.
oh,
A fucking mustache on Roddy, man.
yeah. I don't know if that neck injury spot like end up like if that was a planned spot, it kind of killed the momentum of the match. I didn't like it.
I don't think it was. Did you see the way the ref was kind of like wandering back over there, like trying to get a signal?
I just feel like they really quickly bounced back to like neck strong. Which like,
Yeah, you're right.
That was a really quick turnaround.
Holy shit. So is Andretti hurt now? Oh, that replay, he definitely landed on his fucking head. But it was about like no more than a Snapdragon would put you on your head. The hot rod. All right, here we go. The Bang Bang Gang. What?
Oh my God.
MJF beating him down. Am I ahead of you?
Jay White's still talking. Oh yeah, you are. Hopefully you get your belt back. There you go. Yeah. No.
Oh yeah, speaking of getting the belt back, did you hear what Tony said about why he didn't demand Jay White give him the belt back?
No, why?
He said, "Why would I do that? That doesn't make MJF look strong at all." He's like, "MJF should go get his property back. He's the
Yeah,
champion."
true.
I was like, "That is such a brilliant reason."
And we still got 7 minutes to go here.
It's weird that Jay White's doing everything he can to keep hold on to the belt, considering all he has to do is win tomorrow. I'd be like, take it. You can have it for the next 24 hours. I'll get it tomorrow. Oh, fuck. Juice.
Oh, we're back. We're back. We're going in. Jay White's going in. Oh, Juice is on the ground. Oh! Oh my God.
Oh, who hurt Juice? Who's it going to be?
Well, no, it was MJF. MJF was right there. What are you talking about?
Why'd they close the door to see it, though?
Oh, it's to build suspense, Jeff.
He had a TV like he was going to smash him with the TV. Holy shit. I was just maybe expecting Samoa Joe to. Oh, Juice is busted up from that TV. Damn. Okay, spilling out to the ring. All right. Yeah, get him. MJF taking everybody out.
Damn it.
Tell you, Billy did a great job with his sons, man. Those kids can sell their asses off. And it's wild how legitimate the guns feel, you know what I mean? Like when they first came around, I was like, these dudes are a joke.
Man, they
They
are
feel
trying to rip that belt out of his hands. Oh. Ooh.
MJF holding on to the belt. Oh shit. That's some music I wanted to hear. Let's go. Joe, 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 Joe. Samoa Joe clearing out the ring. MJF finally has a friend. Sort of. Oh, MJF threw the Bullet Club jacket out into the audience. Oh, the security took it back from him. Did you see that?
No, I missed it.
Yeah, security took the jacket from the guy, like, nah, sorry, dude, this is part of his actual gear.
Oh, I see what you did there, Nigel.
MJF's wearing one of those hoodie tank tops too. Yeah, and that's like he ain't losing the tag titles. Yeah, it's Joe. All right, let's go back to our predictions here and switch it to MJF and Samoa Joe retain. Yeah, I got to admit, great 3 hours of wrestling, man. There was very little that I didn't enjoy. I can't even remember anything I didn't enjoy. I mean, maybe that Roderick Strong Action Andretti match, but come on, that was a perfect Rampage match, perfectly fine.
Yeah,
this was a good night of wrestling, man.
I thought it was a really good show.
Yeah.
3 hours, and it definitely flew by. So I mean, I got to give them that credit. I wouldn't want it on a weekly basis, but it was fun tonight. I thought it was great. It was good
absolutely.
to get a lot of. It was good to get some talent on the shows that aren't going to be on the show tomorrow. So like, I'm always a big fan of that. I think if you do like a live Rampage or live Collision right before the pay-per-view, like I want to see guys who didn't make the pay-per-view card. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we got that tonight. You know, we got Trent, we got, you know, the Luchadors that were on the show tonight. Roddy was on the show tonight. Like, it was good. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let us know what you guys think down in the comments on your way out. And if you don't mind, please drop an elbow on that like button and put the subscribe button into a submission. We really appreciate you guys hanging. I saw that. Really appreciate you guys hanging out with us here tonight. Anything you want to go over before we get out of here?
I would just like to thank the people that watched the show, and especially those of you that are, you know, WWE fans who just go to indie shows and nothing else, and just WWE and indie shows. You guys are the real one.
I agree. Thank you guys.
I appreciate you. You specifically, you magical person, you.
All right. Well, don't forget, join us tomorrow for our watch party for AEW Full Gear. That should be an awesome show. Go make your predictions if you haven't already over at fallscountanywhere.com. But you want to close us out, Ron?
Sure. I don't know what episode this is, but this has been.
It's not. It's just a watch party.
Oh yeah. This has been an episode of the Broken Tables podcast. Thank you to everyone hanging out with us tonight. Like Jeff said, for his corny joke, please like and subscribe. We would appreciate that. Thank you to everyone who hung out with us for these 3 hours and watched the show and listened to Jeff's ridiculous, absolutely utter, like some of the most embarrassing takes I think I've ever heard in my entire life. Like legitimately, I'm going to go to bed because I have work in the morning, and I'm going to lay there and stare at the ceiling and think about the things that Jeff has said to me during this watch.
I would rather you not think about me while you're in bed, but do what you need to do.
It's going to be your words that are going to echo, not necessarily you as an existing person. Words will be in my head. It's like, oh, this magical unicorn exists. And I'm just gonna be like,
real quick, do you still have TNT on right now?
Yeah.
What is this? Is this?
It's the same thing they always do, Jeff. It's the countdown.
It's like the countdown for Full Gear?
Yeah.
Nice. I guess usually I miss this because we're always doing a show after, or we used to be anyway.
Yeah, they've done these for every single paper.
Yeah, nice. I like it.
But anyways, like us, follow us on social media while that app is still working. We are on Twitter. I don't know how long we're going to be on Twitter. We are in the end of days in terms of Twitter. But, you know, if Twitter does go down, join our Discord. We do all the fun stuff there. Kind of like a mini Twitter. You don't even need Twitter. So do that. But in the meantime, we'll catch you guys.
All right, everybody. We will see you guys tomorrow night, hopefully, for the Full Gear show. Until then, top guys, out.